Hi, how are you? I hope you're doing really well. Today, I want to talk about an event that, if you watch Catholic content on YouTube, you've probably already heard about. In Topeka, Kansas, on Saturday, a group of Satanists decided to perform a black mass. A black mass is when Satanists try to obtain a consecrated host from the Catholic Church. They then profane that host in a desecration of or a mockery of the Catholic Mass. It is unholy. It is terrible. Whether or not this group actually had a consecrated host is up for debate. Originally, they said they had one, but after they were sued by the Catholic Church, and they had to show receipts to the judge showing that they had just bought this host on Amazon. Problem is, you're talking to people who worship the Prince of Lies. So you can't really believe anything they said. So whether or not this was a consecrated host is beyond my knowledge. Either way, this ritual is dangerous because you're talking about spiritual warfare here. With that said, the people turned up to fight against this. I highly recommend that you go and watch a video by Sips with Sarah. He did a great video on this, kind of breaking down what happened. I'm not going to go over all of that. Just know that there was some quite interesting events that took place. What I'm going to talk about is this picture right here. This picture was taken across the street from the Capitol building where the Black Mass was occurring. And this is Assumption Church. And initially, when I saw this picture, I was like, oh man, look at all those people showing up for daily mass on a Saturday. That's fantastic. But then I noticed the altar. And I'm going to zoom in here for you guys a little bit. You notice what's there on the altar? That right there is the body of Jesus Christ. So this is a Catholic adoration. Look at these people. Look at the hundreds of people on their knees worshiping Jesus, while across the street, a handful of people, truly evil, is taking place. And while this evil is taking place, this good is here. So, on a note that is not going to seem related, I want to talk about a law that was passed in the state of Colorado in 2023. There is a drug called progesterone, in which if you take this after taking the abortion pill, it can actually reverse the effects of the abortion and save the life of the child. This bill would prevent healthcare to provide this drug specifically for that purpose. So basically, if a woman takes the abortion pill and then decides, oh no, what have I done? I shouldn't have done that. The pro-choice movement is taking away the choice of this woman to actually do something about changing her mind. Make that make sense. Anyway, the minute Polis signed this bill into law, a clinic called Bella Health and Wellness sued the state to get it blocked. The lawsuit is still ongoing, but I heard over the weekend a speaker from Bella actually talk about what the effects of this bill did. What it did was it made the people in Colorado aware that progesterone even existed and that it was an option. She said that her clinic saw an increase of people asking for progesterone after taking an abortion pill, and the increase was by 800%. That is incredible, and that is a lot of lives saved. So, what does this have to do with the black mass, in each one of these instances, God took something that was evil and he found good in it. He turned it into hundreds of people adoring Jesus. He turned it into hundreds of people praying a rosary out on the steps of the Capitol building and fighting to prevent Jesus from being desecrated. He took this bill passed in Colorado and made people more aware of the options that they have after they've made a bad choice. God does not create evil, but he does use it sometimes in order to create good. And he is always, always merciful and forgiving. Anyway, put that picture up there again because that's a good picture.